I have an announcement and I have a ask for help. As some of you know, I got into this whole YouTube thing in a distorted route as I came through real estate, but I got into it because I lost my daughter to cancer on December 26, 2014, and I had lost my mother to cancer in 1953, and I got pretty angry. My God and I grew very far apart, and as a result, I got into YouTube. I want you to know a little about Shannon. In the comments, you're going to find a link to the Christmas Web website and Shannon's story, and that'll tell you the whole story of how she felt she was a reincarnation of my mother, who, as I said, died in 1953 of cancer. Actually, at 13, came and asked to change her name to Catherine, my mother's name, and announced that she hoped this time she lived past 29 when my mother died. She did, but just before she turned 29, she found she had cancer. She lived another 11 years. In the end of it, when she was being treated for chemo in October, we participated in a 24 hours of booty. It was a 24-hour bike ride. And then you got on and off your bike, and you raised money for the cure for cancer. And this is a video of what her friends did to help her raise money. And she was the Rookie of the Year that year.
Well, let me tell you something about our friend Shay. She's 5'4" and lives in GA. She's funky, she's spunky, she's into Frank's monkeys. Her main man Justin, he be looking kinda honky. S to the H to the A to the Y. Everybody knows that she's so fly. We're her posse and we're proud to say we're rocking these colors, we're on Team Shay. 'Cause she's a warrior, warrior.
She 5'4", but she gonna stand tall.
Warrior, warrior. We gonna pull strong, gonna kick it. Warrior, warrior.
She 5'4", but she gonna stand tall.
Warrior, warrior. We gonna pull strong, gonna kick it.
She likes Jack White and all of his stripes.
She's down with all styles, not just one type.
Shay and her main are a couple of foodies.
She gonna rock 24 hours of booty. 'Cause she's a warrior, warrior.
She 5'4", but she gonna stand tall.
Warrior, warrior. We gonna pull strong, gonna kick it. She's a warrior, warrior.
She 5'4", but she gonna stand tall.
Warrior, warrior. We gonna pull strong, gonna kick it in the. We're on Team Shay. We're on Team Shay. We're on Team Shay.
That was roughly October the 10th. She died on December the 26th. So it was the last event that we had. This was our memory. We participated in the 24 hours of booty the following year. And Aiden won the Pinarello bike, the #1 award for the fundraiser. Upon her death, I determined that I was going to do everything I could to help find a cure for cancer. And I went to the American Cancer Society in Atlanta, and I met with their chief doctor, and I discussed, and we had lunch, and I learned that my fraternity brother had been the CEO of the American Cancer Society. I came home and I did some research, and I found out that John was also the highest paid CEO of any charitable organization in the world, and that he was making $2.4 million a year. After that, I pulled their tax return, and I discovered that the prior year they had raised just under $800 million in fundraising. I also discovered that 56% of that went to salaries and benefits for the employees. 28% of it went to advertising and promotion so that they could raise some more money the next year. 21% of it went to grants, but none of those grants went to finding a cure for cancer. They basically went to help people be more comfortable with their cancer. They provide housing at some hospitals. They provide a lot of literature about how to live with cancer. And I came to realize that if they did in fact find a cure for cancer, they'd be out of work. And I got even angrier. And that was kind of when Nita basically told me, you need to do something else. And that's how I went through real estate and ended up here. My main goal was to raise money when I went to the Cancer Society, and to take from my own money and find a cure for cancer. And I had looked into creating a foundation, a personal foundation, charitable foundation, to find a cure for cancer. Recently, YouTube, because of my success, has said you can have memberships, and you can reward your members with perks. And so one of the things that I see in this whole thing is separating you, my fans, my tribe, from everybody else. We get a lot of crap on the comments. So I wanted to create a badge, and I wanted to create a badge that would designate and separate you from everybody else, so that when I saw that badge on a comment, that I would say, that's who I want to respond to. I don't want to respond to these other people because they're not a member of our tribe. And then I wanted to reward you for your participation and for your longevity. So under this program, they have that you can be a member of my YouTube community for $3.99 a month. But the profits are all going to go to that charitable foundation. Initially, until it's funded, no, it isn't a charitable contribution, but once it is, I will let you know that. So you can write it off your income taxes. It's a little tight, but you do that when you ride bikes fast. This is our Warriors, Team Shay. This is what she was all about. This is Shay and me. So I want to invite you. I want to give you some other designation. We've been doing live streams. One of those, and we've been doing it every other week, where I speak directly to you and I answer your questions. One of those live streams is only going to be open to the members, only to the people who are supporting the channel and are supporting the tribe and supporting my challenge to keep my daughter's memory alive. My mother died, and we never spoke of her again. My father never had a discussion with me about my mother. I have discussions with Aiden, who is our son, who was 8 years old when she died, as I was 8 years old when my mother died. And I want her to live on. Beyond me, beyond Aiden, I want her to have had a purpose. And you can help me do that. So, that's about as far as I'm going to go with this. I'd ask you to help me with this. If you don't, that's okay too. You have given me a lot. I got a comment the other day that you have an outstanding work ethic. No, I just have a passion. I have there are certain things that are very important to me. Leaving something behind, and every video is part of that. Maintaining some reason for being here, and every video is part of that. And making sure that my daughter is remembered and not forgotten by the world, by her son, by her nieces and nephews. So you can help me with that, and I will find more ways to reward you for being a part of that. We're going to do some emojis, and you'll learn about it as you become a member. If you do care to be a member of the channel membership, just push the button below that says join, and it'll walk you through it. But I also want to emphasize that everything else will stay the same. I will continue to do a video every day as long as I can, and try to get, other people involved that can help you achieve our main primary goal of the tribe, and that is to make us collectively better investors, to teach us how to keep more of what we make, and then the ultimate goal to be in a position to pass something on in the form of family wealth, family knowledge, family pride, when we pass on. So that's what this is all about. If you want to be a part of it, fine. If you don't, I'm going to still be here for you, and I'm still going to be here for myself, because I want you to recognize you do more for me than I do for you. You every day, with your comments, with your support, with your views, you make this a very pleasant place for me to be. Thank you.